you know, just trying to find out what I'm doing here on Earth. You know, like, is there really God? Is God really there for me? Is He there for everyone? What's the deal? He is. He is. If you got an hour, I'll tell you the story.
First day of the apparition, I repeat so many times, but it's always like first time. It was the 24th of June, and Ivanka and me, we wanted to be alone. And we was walking down of the hill, what we're calling now Apparition Hill. And we was talking about normal things, what two girls of this age can talk. And in one moment, Ivanka tell me, I think that Blessed Mary is on the hill. I didn't watch because for me it was impossible. We was grow up in communism regime and we didn't have freedom of the faith.
It's in the middle of nowhere. It's borderline second world, third world country. The technology here is barely anything. One time I would thoroughly understand. Every day is kind of my thing. If these visionaries are getting to see Mary every day, it's just kind of far-fetched. I mean, what could she possibly have to say every day, you know, that she couldn't say in maybe a paragraph? Because I could see a group of people gathering together and saying, hey, if, you know, she says she's going to come once a year, but if we say if she comes every day, man, you know about the money that would be rolling in here? And so I could see that. I mean, that's possible, and anything's possible. That's another doubt. The people that tell me that these apparitions are real, that Mary, the Mother of God, is coming on that hill, and they don't go to the hill, that's far-fetched for me to believe. Because if something that important's happening and you're a believer, there's no reason why you shouldn't be on that hill.
I didn't know that Blessed Mary can come on the earth. I was think she is in heaven and we praying. And Ivanka when she tell me that she think that the Blessed Mary is on the hill, I said, yes, she don't have anything another to do and she come to us. And I leave her on this place. I want to return the home. But when I was on the first houses, I felt inside of me that I must return. It was like a call, but so strong call inside that you cannot do anything another. And when I returned, I saw Ivanka on the same place. And she told to me, look at now, please. And I saw a woman in the long gray dress holding baby in the hands. Everything was strange because nobody was going to the hill, especially not in the long dress with a little baby in the hands.
I mean, those are my only doubts. I mean, I kind of want to, I want to see an apparition or a visionary's face during it. I would think looking upon Mary would be probably one of the most beautiful things ever, and it would be a miracle to see that. And if you see a miracle happening, you're not going to just, even through a miracle, you wouldn't get complacent with it. I mean, scientists can test when adrenaline starts pumping, or when the human eye is gazing at beauty beyond reason, endorphins or whatever it is gets released in the brain. And not that I'm going to have that machine, but I'm going to have my machine, and that's my two eyes. And when I see that, that is definitely going to help with the belief that she comes here every day.
Or it could be a big letdown.
It could be a huge letdown. You're absolutely right. It could be a letdown. If I think that they're just making a face like a good actor, that's really gonna piss me off. Deep down I'll be asking, let me see something, let me see something, let me experience something that I haven't had. But at the same time, what kind of faith is that? What kind of faith is that?
And we saw Blessed Mary on the same place, but now without a baby in the hands. And this day, 25 June 81, it was first time that we come in front of her. And she presented herself. She said, my dear children, you don't be afraid of me. I am Queen of Peace. And like this, our daily apparition started.
Are these people crazy? Or, what's the deal?
I'm sure that I'm normal, but how much I'm crazy, like all the people who live in this world.
And the Medjugorje Visionaries are so consistent. 30 years they have been so consistent. They are not telling lies. There is no need of doubting the credibility of the visionaries. And we know from the scientific test that their experience is also genuine. During the operational experience, I believe the visionaries are in a unique mental state. They are partially cut off from the rest of the world. I'm Dr. James Paul Pandarakulam. I'm a member of the American Society for Scientific Exploration. Psychiatry is in my blood. What Medjugorje as a professional has taught me is that there are things beyond the quantum mind. And there is a spiritual consciousness which will survive the physical extinction of the physical body.
If a miracle happens up on that hill, God, I want to see it because I want to feel it. If I see Mary, I'll do a backflip.
I'm a little more crazy, I guess, than other people. I go up to somebody I don't know and talk to them about anything. You guys speak English?
We do, yeah.
Awesome. Man, it's hard to find an English-speaking soul around here. My name's Ben.
I'm Joe. Nice to meet
Joe.
you. I'm Steven.
Nice to meet you. You guys seem like you've been here a couple times. So you know what's going on. You got the lay of the land.
Yeah, should have.
Okay.
There's always stuff to do. There's the Risen Christ statue. It's fantastic around the back and of the church. The knee of the statue weeps, sort of.
A crying knee?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Why would a knee cry?
I have absolutely no idea.
And we're no crazy Catholics, like we're just normal guys and
Supposedly, water comes out of the right knee. I've never seen water. I'm hoping I can at some point. Maybe it's not meant for me to see water come out of it, and I'm okay with that. It just seems like you're setting yourself up for failure if you're thinking you come here and this water is going to squirt you and you're just going to be drenched in holy water. Pretty lucky, there's usually 70 people in line. You could say there's a hose in there, but I don't see water getting through solid bronze. Oh, there's a water droplet. That's the first time I've seen water. There's more. Wow. That's amazing. It's like it's coming out as if somebody would be crying slowly. It's awesome.
That was the morning of 25th. So we're supposed to be in the fields picking up tobacco that day, you know. But then, you know, everyone was talking about some kids saw Our Lady. I knew what Our Lady is, of course, you know, but I don't know what Our Lady was doing in Bijaković. So I decided to see it, and I begged my mom, and I begged for a couple of hours, and she let me go with a couple of the friends. So when they saw that, whatever they see, you know, they start running up the mountain, and then the whole crowd just recognize them by reflex that might be those kids, get them, you know, and we all start running after them, you know. So myself, being a champion of the entire school or in the 100-meter running, the only person I recognized from the back was little Yakov. I couldn't pick up even his speed, you know, he just flew up the mountain, you know. So when we arrived on the apparition site, I saw them all red in the face, sweating just like myself was, you know, with their hands in a prayer, on their knees, with their heads pointed above. How that little blonde thing can beat me up the mountain, that's all what it was in my head, nothing else.
In these first days, I didn't think anything, only when I will see her. I didn't think what my parents say, I didn't think what priests say, what my grandmother. I only, inside of myself, I was only feeling when I will see her. I only living for this, and only this was important for me.
When a young man came and said, people say that Our Lady appeared in Medjugorje, etc., so nobody could believe. I mean, that was something completely new. That was a moment when the life of the whole region changed. And then Medjugorje, as one of so many parishes in the area, became the focus.
But all these years, I've tried my level best to explain Medjugorje without Mary. I have to admit that I have not succeeded. I've never been able to debunk Medjugorje. On the other hand, I'm believing it more and more.
There was lots of police and a military presence here from the communists because they thought it's the plot against the government, you know. So we never saw so much policemen with all the guns and with the big fancy cars, helicopters was around.
Living communism, it's very difficult. Even now, so many years after, sometimes when I'm talking to pilgrims, I feel now they will come. And immediately, oh no, it's finished with communists. Nobody will bring me now, nobody will hurt me now. Now I can talk about God.
My name is Alfred Kingan, and my wife and I visited Medjugorje 24 years ago, a generation plus ago. I was then the United States ambassador to the European Union, which was then called European Communities. So I went over to the White House as Secretary of the Cabinet, Assistant to the President, Secretary of the Cabinet. That was the power position. That was 24/7. It was unbelievable. I was close to the President. I was a great ambassador, really terrific. Why? Because I'm smart? No. Because I had politics. I was Secretary of the Cabinet. I could call cabinet members. I could call the President. My adult life, I was fascinated by Marian apparitions, starting with Fatima. I became ambassador in 1987. I said, one of the things we have to do is go to Medjugorje. So we picked a time and went to Medjugorje. And that was it. You know, I just wanted to, if I could, meet some of the seers, see the place, and all that, which is exactly what happened. Those having the apparitions clearly were having the apparitions. We got there, and he introduced us to Maria and her translator, Kathleen Parasad. And we talked a lot, and Maria invited us to lunch. Maria excused herself for a minute, came back with Mary's latest message, and said, can you get this to President Reagan? I said, I can. I went back to Brussels, wrote a 4-page letter describing all the various events of the Marian apparitions in Medjugorje and sent it to the President. He was moved. He wrote a letter to Maria. When I came back to the White House, we had a long talk about it. He was very touched and very moved. And she gave me the message a second time, said, maybe we can get this to Gorbachev. And I said, I have to get it translated, but I'll try. The ambassador, our last ambassador to the Soviet Union, Jack Matlock, was a friend. And I asked Jack, can I talk to you privately for a few minutes? He said, yes. I told him about the apparitions. He says, I don't believe in those. And I said, well, I have a message, a translation of a message from supposedly the Virgin Mary. Can you get it to Gorbachev? He thought for a minute and said, I will. He got it to Gorbachev. I know Gorbachev received it. I can't tell you if this had an effect on Gorbachev or not. I'd like to think it's part of the thing that influenced him. The Cold War ended shortly thereafter.
What isn't going on in the priesthood? Everything's going on except really what should be. Priests should realize they've been chosen. It's like a Christmas present. If I unwrap you, I should find Jesus. When I walk up there in the St. James Church in Medjugorje and I go to proclaim the word and preach, I always have palpitations. A bead of sweat is on my forehead because I know what I am not. Same thing in the confessional. I feel the majesty of Christ, the compassion of the Good Shepherd. I feel like dying for that person. I take one step out and I get swarmed by, say, a bunch of pilgrims, especially, say, Italians. Oh, padre, padre, confessione, confessione in italiano. Oh, and I turn into a Catholic cartman too. And I get really, really upset and I get all kinds of moody and I say,
yeah, bless you, hippie face. Go away. I'm gonna just bless your cheesy poof. I'm going here.
Now, I have the same attitude problems everybody else does. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, you know, it's like his sidekick gets up and says, Mr. Burns, Father Burns, there's a lineup of pilgrims outside. Would you like me to send them away?
Oh, excellent, Smithers. Send out the hounds of heaven to get them. Yes, yes, yes.
So I've had very negative experiences with priests too. I have a bad experience with a dentist or a doctor, but I keep looking for a good one. I have a bad experience at the grocery store, I keep going back there. Why do I give up so easily when it comes to religion? Because I can break free, it seems, from authority, and I can be my own God. I can be my own God and just go like this all day. Bless you, bless you, bless you, thank you, bless you, thank you. Oh yeah, give me some more. But I want you to rediscover God's love through priests, is what I keep hearing out of Medjugorje. That's why she said, the bridge from heaven to my heart and to the heart of God is the priesthood.
I've been a priest for 10 years now, and I love it. It's been alleged that our ladies appear here for the last 30 years, and 6 children have claimed that they've been receiving apparitions daily. Medjugorje really is a great gift. It's a gift to the world, it's supernatural. It's hard to put in human words.
I'm sorry because I not talk more about everything what will happen, but I can tell only one thing. We have this life what we living now, and we have life what coming with the triumph of the Blessed Mary's heart. Between these two times, we have one bridge, and this bridge is our priest. Because of this reason, Blessed Mary insisting so much for the prayer for them, because this bridge must be so strong that all of us can come to the triumph of Blessed Mary.
And when you cross a bridge and you walk on a bridge, you don't stop and say, "Thanks, bridge." I'll let people walk all over me, I don't care. I'll lay down like the welcome mat in front of the church doors of the St. James Church and let all the pilgrims trample me, as long as it helps them walk over that puddle and get into church.
Because in one of the last messages, she said, "With them I will triumph. Without priest, we don't have triumph of the heart of Blessed Mary."
When you see over 600 priests concelebrating, and when they come out during the Holy Communion, I mean, that's something which is unbelievable. That's, for me personally, one of the greatest miracles that I personally see in Medjugorje.
I'm personally convinced that Our Lady has been here and is continuing to come here, and that hearts will be touched if people come here.
If people doesn't want to open their hearts to God, you can do nothing for them, basically. I don't think that God can do anything for them. The God waiting for you to basically return your freedom. And once when you do that, then you're free in God.
When people ask me about the greatest miracle that I could see in Medjugorje, or the greatest thing or greatest experience, I always talk about the first week of August, the Youth Festival. This year, in August, we had like over 50,000 young people from all over the world. Try to imagine a Catholic Woodstock.
It's magnificent, something that I never felt before. So many people, so many young people, just enjoy your life by living joy, because now is the time of joy, not darkness and sin anymore. We want to live joy.
We had no idea. We had no idea what to expect. We'd just been told that it's a beautiful place and people come together and celebrate. So decide for yourself once you get here what you think about it and the way you feel and what you believe in.
How does it compare to all the other parties in the world that you've been to?
We'll remember this one.
Yeah, we will definitely remember this. Yeah. No.
want to be closer to God. Mary is very close here, and really, God is very, very, very good. I feel here a big, big love, and when I come home, I really can give to other people this love. Really, everything here is very amazing. Everything.
Yeah, I'm here the third time, and it's still great. There is so much peace and friends and laughing. Yeah, everything.
So hey, what was your name?
Kristen.
Kristen, I'm Ben.
I'm Hannah.
Hannah, okay. Nice to meet you. Where are you guys from?
Denmark.
Denmark? Where's that at?
In Scandinavia.
Okay. So you guys are here for your first time?
Go to Apparition Hill, definitely. Pray the rosary at Apparition Hill on the stations on your way up. And also go to Cross Mountain, do the same. The Virgin Mary has said that there is a big blessing by going to the cross at Cross Mountain and pray. And that was, I think, what we both felt yesterday when we were out there, that it was really, wow, she is kind of here.
You want me to climb that thing? Where do we get the lift tickets? Is there a Starbucks up top? So today I'm gonna go up to Cross Mountain, and that looks pretty high up there, so I'm gonna see how much it costs to get up there. Hey, taxi! Take me up to Cross Mountain.
Yes?
To the top.
I cannot drive taxi on the top.
10 euro.
No.
Well, how am I supposed to get up there?
It's the hardest part of the pilgrimage, people going up Cross Mountain. And it's what people want to do, but they dread doing. And that's a miniature of our life. We want to go up there, but we'd like to take a gondola lift to the top.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. So up here, it's like the top of the world. Look at that sun. It feels really good. You know, I was all worried about being cold or it's gonna rain on us. I never knew how good it felt to step in mud compared to a rock. We always try to stay away from mud. But this whole journey, I was hoping I could step in it all the way up. It's definitely amazing. I've been sick here a little bit, throwing up, and I don't know why. I'm trying to put a blame on food. I really don't know what it is. And so what have you not stopped? Marijuana. And it makes it, I don't know if that's it, but it sounds pretty damn good, and I haven't had it in about 5 days. As far as marijuana, you have to make a decision and stick by it. If not, then who are you? What are you? You're just wandering through life. Said you're either fighting for God or you're not. You're either on His side or not. So that's gave me a lot to think about on the way up.
And once you do it, you feel free. And you're glad you did it. That's what I think of that cross.
Human beings enjoyed at the time of the creation or in the early stages of human evolution a better state of consciousness. Ever since we lost it, we human beings have been searching for that lost state of consciousness, either through meditation, prayer, or through alcohol, or through drugs.
So we're all like little puppy dogs looking for a master. But you have to admit, I was looking for something. I wasn't looking for that abuse. I wasn't looking for that deception. I wasn't looking to get hooked on narcotics. I wasn't looking to live day to day like an animal for my next fix. But you're gonna choose your master. Basically, you'll be someone's bitch.
It has to be viewed sympathetically because they are all searching for lost state of consciousness. They should be guided to search in using spiritual methods rather than chemical methods. The healthiest way of searching for this lost state of consciousness is through meditation or prayer. This is where Medjugorje is important. While we are on earth, we are not going to get that full state of consciousness, but it will help.
Young people think if they're following Jesus, everything will be forbidden for them. This is not true, because if you like to go to dance, to go out, why not? But dance with Jesus.
I'm gonna go get hammered. I'm just gonna get drunk, I'm gonna black out. And you're gonna call me tomorrow and say, do you know what you did last night? I'm gonna say, oh God, what did I do?
You've blacked out before?
Oh, yes.
I mean, you've drank so much to the point where your body just couldn't handle it anymore, and boom.
Something's in control and it's not me. I mean, it's been to the point where I woke up in jail. I had no idea what happened, and if I hurt anybody or killed anybody. So it was really scary. And you'd think that you would learn from that, but you know, if you don't have any self-worth, you're just gonna keep doing it and keep doing it. If you don't find peace, you're gonna keep doing it.
Don't waiting for the peace in the drugs, in alcohol, in the things what they will kill you. Try to feel peace in Jesus, in your faith, in prayer, and you will have more fun because you will be clean inside.
That's a little child within all of us.
Absolutely.
If I could, I would do it too.
That's the M for the Medjugorje. Blue skies, a few clouds, a lot of God. Bless you. So we're on a mission to buy a pack of cigarettes. It's good. Cigarette? Just following me? You're like in Mario 64, you're like the little turtle thing on the cloud following me. He's awesome. You don't remember? Oh, I wonder if I can get a canoe.
What would you do with a canoe?
Paddle? Look for turtles?
It's been eye-opening for me, just to be in the presence of God and just daily life. It's been more than I could ever expect. My parents have gone before and they kind of told me about it, and it's nothing like they even explained to me. You can't even put into words what this trip means, and you just have to experience it.
Like yesterday we walked up Cross Mountain barefoot, and that was just amazing.
I guess what's really been the biggest impact for me is Our Lady's dedication to families.
Blessed are those who have not seen but still believe. That has just stuck with me the whole time.
I think it's a really powerful place, and the amount of faith that's here is amazing because we've never seen anything like it.
The trip has been more than just a religious experience. I've grown in my faith.
While you're here, you get sort of a high, and you can say all you want while you're here, but the main thing is bringing you back home.
Medjugorje!
36 kilometers.
About 12 hours.
32.
All of you?
Yes, together.
All of you together? Why?
Because we want to show our God that we respect Him. We start at 11 o'clock yesterday and came at 7 o'clock. Yes.
This morning?
Yes.
Wow. So 8 hours?
Yes. This is a beautiful place, and everyone must come here and see this because this is amazing.
The moment a person comes to Medjugorje, you can see exhausted from traveling, confused, needy, this and that, and then little by little over the course of the week, then you realize what a change and how deep that is.
The visionaries say that this painting of Mary is the closest to what Mary looks like.
She goes and she takes people like a rag picker of souls. Who's the least likely candidate? And she starts there. Who's the toughest nut to crack?
There's no thing that we can do that will separate us from God's love, as St. Paul said. No matter how badly we've messed up, God's love is more powerful.
Did we wake you up too early?
Kind of waking up, but there's already a lot of people here, so it's always exciting when people get gathered together. I don't know. See what the crowd vibe is like. Hopefully, we'll see something.
I always have apparition now every second day of each month, and I don't know how long I will have this apparition. And I praying all night because I cannot sleep. Tomorrow morning I'm coming to the Blue Cross with another pilgrims, and I praying with them. When I'm going to apparition, I don't feel this. I don't see this because I'm living only for the moment when I'm with Blessed Mary. They love me so much and they want to touch me and I understand. But I only don't understand when they changing me for Blessed Mary because I'm nobody.
Not after that. Not after that at all. I definitely did not expect what just happened. I was literally 36 inches away from her face. What a wake-up call. I was not ready when I got out of bed. I was not ready for this experience at all. Because I didn't know how much power and how much love, faith is surrounded in one of these. There's the backflip. Because I promised if I saw Mary, I'd do a backflip. I didn't see her, but I got something way more exciting. I was really scared, and I really felt undeserving to be there.
You cannot choose one apparition and say that was better from another apparition, because all the time every time when I was with Blessed Mary, I'm in heaven. And I cannot say that one day in heaven was better than another day in heaven.
I was like, when am I gonna know? And I just seen her go, and she inhaled, like gasped for breath, and she just shot straight up, and then the tears just came out and uncontrollably. It was like an addict getting her fix. I mean, she was just, and she was riding a roller coaster.
I feel very happy because I will see Blessed Mary. I feel very sad because I know that I, after apparition, will not see her. And all this confusion in me, that only prayer can help me to survive.
Morgiana's apparition on the second day of the month, it's so natural. The emotional expressions on her face, she's looking at a particular point. These are all beyond acting. Everybody can go and watch it. There is no reason to be skeptical.
Is she making this up? No way. I mean, just like the facial expressions that she had, it was like she was talking to like a long-lost love.
It's important to have the message exactly the way Our Lady said, not to say more or less how the message was, but exactly the word by word.
I remember a message exactly how she said, only some minutes after apparition. And for this reason, it's very important that I telling message immediately. And always next of me is my friend Mickey, and he always have the pen, everything ready.
When the guy came over to translate the message, she was kind of like in limbo. She was in shock a little bit. She had to come to her senses.
First, there is a great responsibility to make the right thing, not to make mistake in the writing.
When Our Lady was leaving, she showed on her left-hand side the darkness, and on the right-hand side, cross like in a golden light.
If you have clean heart, if you're trying to follow Jesus, you will be like this golden light.
The words are coming from the very Mother of God. feel so privileged that it brings tears in your eyes, and you feel so great, and you want it never to end.
But if you choose not God, you will walking in the darkness.
She just shared something very special where she's kind of not in control, and that takes a lot of heart to be able to share that with a lot of people, and to let them take pictures and to film them, and to have unbelievers or people who have doubts to get right in her face and watch her do it. I experienced a pretty priceless drug today, and it was Mary. Plus I got some cool swag. This is what she was kneeling on.
This all sounds crazy.
Well, it's good to be crazy.
Well, I hope she went away like this, like the way she appeared. So that means I was sitting on the light side. Because if she turned around to leave, I'd be in the dark side.
Moj problem, rekao bih, koji me doveo do zajednice Čenakolo, bio jedan pogrešni mentalitet, jedan pogrešni život koji me doveo do droge.
It's a community for men that have substance abuse problems, alcohol, drugs. People don't get sent here, they're forced to do it. They come here on their own free will, and they can leave on their own free will.
Droga je uništila moj život, učinila me lažnim, učinila me robom strasti, učinila me promašenim čovjekom koji je razočarao svoju obitelj, koji je razočarao sve ljude oko sebe.
So Danny, right?
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
24? You're from Detroit?
Yeah.
I'm from the state right below you, man. What are you doing here?
Zajednica Čenakolo prihvaća mlade koji su potrebni, ovisnike i neovisnike. Sjećam se jednom prilikom da je majka Elvira rekla da će ovisnost ovog našeg novog vremena, ovog novog trećeg tisućljeća koje smo započeli biti tuga. Da neće biti čak ni droga, neće biti čak ni sve ove druge nekakve ovisnosti, tako da, nego će baš biti tuga. Čovjek će izgubiti smisao života. Znači zajednica prihvaća sve one koji su ostali bez smisla života, koji su tužni, koji traže radost, pravu istinsku radost života. U biti traže Boga. Zajednica je jedno susretište, jedno mjesto gdje mladi čovjek se može sresti s Bogom, živeći jedan jednostavan život. Iskustvo Čenakola je preljepo. To je jedno mjesto gdje čovjek sreće Boga i gdje čovjek zajedno sa tim Bogom koji je uskrsnuo, koji se vratio u život poslije smrti, baš u toj snazi uskrsnuća i on se isto tako vrati u život. Mi imamo iskustvo. Ja sam bio ovisnik, danas sam svećenik. Ja uvijek kad slavim misu sa dečkima u zajednici, pogotovo uvijek gledam jedno čudo. Uvijek ne mogu se načuditi Božjoj dobroti i Božjoj ljubavi, jer jako znam dobro tko smo. Jako dobro poznam droga, alkohol, kocka, sve druge vrste ovisnosti koje posljedice ostavljaju u čovjeku. Ja kad sam pred tim ljudima sa Isusom u rukama, ja uistinu vidim čudo. Vidim te ljude da žive, vidim te ljude da su nogama, vidim te ljude da se smiju, vidim te ljude da imaju budućnost.
This is dinner. It's pretty cool. They ring a dinner bell.
When I first came to community, I came to eat, I came to work, sleep, and that's it. And it wasn't for me. You know, they pray here. There's no girls. And that's when I made my decision. You know, I have to be a man. You know, I have to do this for me. You know, I can do a lot of things, do it for other people, do it for the wrong reasons, to be tough, to be, you know, to make sure nobody disrespects me, you know, crap like that, you know, but it's like, I had to do it for the right reasons, you know, and every day I wake up and I renew that promise that I made with myself, you know, that I'm going to keep going until I'm the man that I want to be, until I've changed everything that I want to change. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to fight it out.
What did the world tell me? Buy a nice car, get a nice girlfriend, you know, have a lot of respect from others, I don't know, be a big guy, you know, and that's it. I did that. Nothing happened, you know, I was even more miserable.
Like here in community, we don't have cell phones, we don't have video games, we don't have TV. We can talk to each other, we look at each other in the eyes.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard to look at yourself, and your own faults and what you're doing wrong, you know. For me, drugs were the answer. You might not see that there's another way and that there's real happiness, you know, but there is, you know, and it's finding yourself, but it's also finding a connection with God. But when I'm talking to Jesus, you know, I'm talking to my friend, you know, who never judges me, who knows exactly what I need.
I've seen a couple guys from Janakalo. It was this lady, and she had, her child had a problem, you know, mentally, physically, and I mean, she was just. So happy you guys helped her get down. It's really good to see. It was awesome. It's tough to climb that mountain. You guys wanted somebody else to be up there for it.
It's a beautiful thing. I was even nervous, like being a part of it. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk up those rocks. I'm like, is this gonna happen? It's like there's 6 of us and it works out.
Puni smo nade, gledamo na svijet jednim pozitivnim očima. Znači, uistinu, ono dobro iz Gospine srca koje ona prelila u naša srca, u naše živote je triumfiralo. Pobjedilo je ono zlo koje je bilo u nama, onu tugu koja je bila u nama. Hvala njoj.
This is one of the rooms that we stay in. We're in bunk beds here. It's kind of, sometimes we feel kind of like a kid, you know? Grown men sleeping on bunk beds, but, you know, it's what we got to do because there's a lot in the house, not a lot of space, you know? So our flag, and then the Detroit Tigers. There's a lot of things that I don't miss, but a lot of things that I do miss, you know? Because even when I speak English with Europeans, you know, I can't use a lot of slang. I can't talk relaxed, you know, I have to speak very proper.
I have a quick stop in Brussels, Belgium, and we'll head home.
Okay. Okay.
So,
back to Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not too excited for what's back there. 28, I'm not really doing much.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like you're on your last leg, but you got to keep moving. So that's kind of where I'm at.
So many vocations, so many careers, so many lives that are found and changed here. You know, you know, if you don't find yourself with a leg to stand on, you know, I would give it a shot.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm glad we got to meet Daniel, especially because he's from America and from Michigan. I mean, it's 2 hours away from where I'm from. He's got a lot of good stuff, and I don't know about you guys, but I mean, you could really read a lot of good things about him. I mean, his heart and his soul.
Would you consider entering it? Has that crossed your mind?
I don't know if I'm ready to think about that. I think you're sacrificing a lot. It's your freedom. And I've been through a lot of bottoms. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I can't answer that question right now, honestly. I guess I'm too prideful yet to talk about that. I think you should do it. Doesn't feel good, does it? I guess I'm looking at it in a weak standpoint. Like it would make me feel weak to have to come to here.
zato što imamo priliv vjernika iz čitavog svijeta i svih religija ovih.
It smells like potpourri. I mean, Febreze times 10. It's really good. You look at this and you try to tie it in with the way it smells, it doesn't make sense.
They say that the lunch after the liturgy is the actually second liturgy.
Really?
You're continuing.
So far, my favorite is the bread with the cheese. How do you say that?
Pita.
Pita. Oh, that's lamb?
Yeah, that's roast lamb.
Okay. Come here, lamb. I wasn't here. I can't live through it like everybody has lived through it. So I think that makes people stronger.
It's easy to say, I hate Muslims, I hate grass, I hate everybody, I hate, but when they bring the fruits of that hate, the war and suffering and, people are dead, people are, fleeing from their homes, you will understand what it is, you understand that's how bad it is. It's better to live in peace and love and make love, not war. It is. It's simple as that, Cheers. Cheers.
Ангел вопияше благодатне и чистая.
Manastir je stecište, mjesto gdje se okupljaju pravoslavni naravno na liturgiju, na molitvu, ali mjesto gdje dolaze mnogi ljudi, i katolici i muslimani.
God's got a plan, and I don't think for us it makes sense. Very good to meet you.
Very good to meet you,
Very good.
Yeah. I hope to stay in touch with you.
Na kraju, najveće čudo koje se na ovom svijetu dešava, to je čudo milosti, dobrote i ljubavi Božje, koja se svakodnevno izliva na svakog čovjeka. Darovi Božji, život je Božji dar, njemu se treba radovati. Radovati životu i radovati drugom čovjeku. Mislim da je to osnova.
Svi ljudi, sve kulture, sve nacije, svi narodi. Svakom čovjeku je potreban Bog. A isto sam i to vidio, da Bog sve narode jednako ljubi. Sve ljude jednako ljubi. I kad se čovjek uistinu vrati Bogu, nađe ponovo sebe, nađe ponovo život.
So this is Apparition Hill, the site where Mary first appeared in Medjugorje. This is the place where Mary appeared first. In 1981, she appeared to 6 children. This statue back here signifies where she first appeared. The visionaries claim that there's these secrets, and when all of them are revealed, this will be the site of a permanent sign that the whole world will be able to see, which sounds crazy. It's got to be something that we can't fathom. So there's 3 conditions with this sign that's going to originate here. One is man will not be able to replicate it, duplicate it in any way. 2, it will be indestructible. And 3, it'll remain here for eternity. Wrap your mind around that one. It's a place where you can come and think about your life, where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. They still have apparitions here. Mary comes here, not in a rich, fancy hotel or something like that. She comes here, there's rocks, there's sticks, more rocks. And it's just pure and it's awesome.
Look at that little Ben boy. He's full of the peace and the joy. I want that right now.
Look, Smithers, look at all this water, holy water that can be bottled for all purposes.
Mr. Burns, I don't think you can sell our holy objects.
Quiet, you bumbling, fumbling, nick and poop of a baboon. Now, where's this little boy, Rickardman?
I know you big old hippophile. Why don't you go to a confession and confess your sins right now? That's right.
Say, you're the prettiest baby in Medjugorje today. Because you are. Whose baby is it? I just found him. Yeah. So how are you liking your stay in Medjugorje? What's your favorite thing to eat here? So what's your name? What's your favorite color? And how many times have you been here? No? Okay. What size shoe do you wear? Look at these feet. He's like, really, Mom? How old are you? I knew he was going to do it.
Can you describe God's love and Our Lady's love?
It's not possible to describe this because every word what I'm saying to you, it's poor to describe beauty of her. Because you can see that God is not like they teach me on catechism that God is in heaven and he only looking what you do wrong to judge you. Blessed Mary teach me different, that God is Father who loves us very much, who always trying with the love to help us, to change us. And even you can see that he's sending Blessed Mary here to help us, because Blessed Mary doing only God's will. And all this what's happening, it's love of God.
The miracle for me, or the signs of the times, is that the whole world comes here.
There's always hope. The Lord never rejects any of us, as I said. And so the Lord knows our weaknesses. He's been working with humanity since the time of Adam and Eve. And so he knows us better than we know ourselves.
U Međugorju je nekako sve drugačije. U Međugorju čovjek uistinu nađe izvor toga nečega čega je njegova duša potrebna. Ja vjerujem da iz Međugorja, ako netko dođe ovdje i prođe, da se ne vrati kući isti kao što je i došao.
And this is a place of hope, because by praying, we're opening ourselves up to God. We're opening ourselves up to his possibilities and what he wants to do in our life, and he's got a plan for each one of us. So there's no reason to despair. There's no reason to give up on anything. Everything is possible with God.
Daily something. So we're going south of Medjugorje. It's about 15 kilometers away. I can't pronounce the name, but it's got this old castle. It's quite a few centuries old. We're gonna go speak with a imam, which is the equivalent of a priest, but for Islam. And we're gonna ask him what his thoughts are on Medjugorje, on Mary. Better have a Starbucks, or I'm gonna go crazy.
Turkish coffee is like Folgers on steroids. Is it proper to slurp?
What do you think? So, what's your biggest seller? What do you sell the most? What do you sell the most? Is there a genie in here?
Aladdin lampa.
Okay, all right, 3 wishes. I guess you're going to the mosque here. You have to cleanse yourself. You have to wash your feet, hands. I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna go with it.
nije dozvolio. Međutim, naša srca. Danas su srca znači koja su bolesna. Zatrova. Isto kao što se zatrovala i ova priroda koju je čovjek zatrovao, znači
Slightly scary. Odd man out. Back row. I created my own row. Same concept, you know, somebody's preaching and they're probably talking about morals and values and stuff. Do you guys want to pilfer some shoes and make some money?
Blessed Mary teaching me and all pilgrims to don't judge. Because who can judge another human being? Who is without sins? Who can say, you are like this and like this, you are not good?
Pa ja sam na Međugorju prisutan od ukazanja Gospe, znači ko vjeruje. Ko vjeruje, znači moramo poštovati slobodu svakog čovjeka. Jer svaki čovjek... Ja sam posjetila, znači Međugorja, imam tamo svoje poznanike, svoje prijatelje. Svake godine odem 2, 3 puta, možda nekad i više. Name of Allah, names of Allah, not Allah. I uvijek kažem, ko hoće da vjeruje, nek vjeruje, ko neće i ne mora, ali najgori su oni ljudi koji ne vjeruju u ništa.
There's a big stereotype on Islam, you know, especially with having the wars, it doesn't help. I feel a little bit more at ease being here.
Svi mi ljudi moramo biti oni koji će širiti mir, oni koji će spasavati ljude. Pa vidite, do mira je teško doći, to smo svjedoci danas. Vidimo komplet situaciju u svijetu.
There's not one thing wrong that he said that I disagree with.
Merijem, znači majka Isa a.s. je jedina žena koja je spomenuta u Kuranu. Da joj islam i unutar znači islama Isaova majki daje znači jednu veliku vrijednost.
He said that her name is the only name mentioned for a female in the Quran.
S obzirom da je spominju, znači da je niko ne odbacuje, znači od sve 3 religije, znači govori o biti, o važnosti, znači.
So, we're here at an Islamic mosque.
Yes. I always thought of Bosnia and Herzegovina to be some kind of a borderline between East and West. You know, in Bosnia, Muslims are divided in 2 groups. Very knowledgeable ones, and the other ones that are raised to be Muslims because you are who you're with, basically. I am that other, and just lately I've been turning to religion a little bit more.
Did you guys see the Starbucks sign? The mosque is basically right here. I mean, you can consider this castle part of the mosque. And then a stone's throw away is a cross.
It's one God we believe in, and everything else is just...
Watch your step, it's a doozy. I'm in a castle.
Prvo moramo pomiriti snage unutar našeg organizma, znači zahtjeve tijela i zahtjeve znači duše. Znači to unutar moramo znači uspostaviti jednu ravnotežu, a unutarnja ravnoteža daje nam znači jedan mir.
I'm at peace with nature.
This place definitely surprised me.
God, love, spirit, call it what you will, is there, and that will triumph in the end. And that's Mary's message. My Immaculate Heart will triumph. Immaculate Heart is love, spirit, God, kindness. And I think that'll happen. But my God, we'll have to go through some nonsense first. Last class I taught in 05 and 06 at Marist, I made 3 predictions. I just remembered. 1, you would see economic collapse, which we're seeing in the Western powers. 2, you'd see tensions growing and growing and growing in the Mideast, and a real possibility, if not probability, of warfare. And 3, the continuing earth changes. My goodness, earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, tsunamis. And we better hope that spirit, which is there, love, God, kindness, permeates the earth and helps.
Why is it such a secret? Why don't they just tell me? Because God knows how much you can take. Look at what you do with the little that you know. What if you knew, say, that on your plane ride back, your plane's gonna crash? Well, you'd freak out. But if you have faith, you say, well, I'll be that much closer to heaven. Might take out my Air Miles card, off I go.
With the apparition, with the vault, everything, I see like when we women cleaning our home, and if you want that the home will be really clean, you will move everything in the home. You will look in behind of everything. You will clean. You will do big confusion. But after this confusion, when you return all things in the place, you will have clean home. And I think apparition on this way now in the vault.
The secrets will be given to this priest. When he reveals these secrets, then the sign will appear. Well, this priest is around 60-some years old.
Blessed Mary tell to me that I need to choose one priest, and I must to tell him 10 days before what will happen and where.
I onda reći da 3 dana prije što se događa i kada. We are heading in the world toward a major, major change.
Look at the book of the Apocalypse, Revelations. It's not just a story or a fable. You're living it right now.
We have deteriorated. The spiritual convolution has been that bad.
Humanity has to wake up.
Not everything seems to be going in the right direction right now.
This is leading to something. It can't go on like this forever.
U svijetu stanje nikad nije bilo žalosnije i teško. Bog mora jedan još jači zahvat.
These messengers are meant to wake us up and shake us up.
This is not privilege. This is not privilege. For me, it will be more better if I can say now everything.
So these secrets are a message of consolation and a promise of protection, but of a needed purification.
I don't know why people always thinking that all the secrets are bad.
And if I look at the visionaries, they've seen it all, and yet they're happy. They're joyful. So the whole world is going to look at the faces of those visionaries because they're going to see in their eyes the secrets. Those eyes have seen what's going to have to happen. Yet they're smiling and sparkling. That gives me hope.
So what's it all about? Well, there's been a history over the centuries of Our Lady appearing.
So she's just being a good mother. And the secrets are already partially unveiled for those who have eyes to see.
There's nothing you can do in an outward sense, but in an inward sense. Pray, be at one, know that there's something greater than you within you, and ultimately it will prevail.
These visionaries, they're not going out and buying mass food, guns and ammunition, and building trenches to protect themselves, so I don't think I'll do that either. I think this is what you need.
We're always talking about future, what will happen, where will happen, but I always saying the same. Who can say that we'll be alive tomorrow? What Blessed Mary teaching us is that we are ready now, this moment, to go in front of the God.
People usually think, I'm healthy, I'm young, there's life ahead of me. Young people, healthy people die as well. So I think that every single day should be a unique experience in life.
I'm here to warn you. I'm here to prepare you for the storm. The storm must come.
How can God allow these things to happen?
I think that only who don't feel love of God yet can ask these questions. Why? Because it's not God who giving the war. God give you the freedom to choose what you want. If you want love, peace, or you want to kill your brother. And if you choose to make it war, it's not God who doing war, you doing war.
We are going through a difficult period. If you believe in the promises of Our Lady of Fatima and Medjugorje, there will be a period of peace following this chaotic period.
The other secrets are just leading up to the greatest secret and surprise, our eternal life with God.
All the signs are there that we're heading to a major turning point.
In the end, I'll triumph. And the visionaries or anyone who has let Mary triumph in them is a sign of those secrets.
She said one time, my dear children, what I started in Fatima, on the apparition in Fatima, I will finish in Medjugorje. My heart will triumph. If heart of Blessed Mary will triumph, why we need to feel afraid?
The forces of love triumph, as articulated by Marian apparitions, will prevail. I pray to God I'm right.
What if I thought we were interviewing a priest?
We're gonna have you meet Mariana.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. So I'm floored. I don't know what to ask her. So what's your favorite color? Still up here. Need to bring it down here. Heart rate. Normal. It's cool to see her working and doing stuff. Like,
It'd be one thing if she was like on conference calls all day and talking to people and giving autographs, and then taking time out of her schedule to come hang out here. But she's running around, clearing dishes, moving food. She's another like average working person, so it's calling me quite a bit. What am I gonna do? Do I look okay? Chocolate, it's good, it's perfect. She's gonna be the most interesting woman ever.
Why?
And for the right reasons. Because she's a messenger from Mary, Our Lady. So, hands down, probably the most interesting woman I'll ever speak to in my life. There we go. She's gonna say, Mary told me I knew you loved dark chocolate, full of dark chocolate. Here's more. So that we come over here, and we're gonna talk to Mariana. I'm like, no, we're not. So here I am.
I heard before that you're talking to these Italian boys that you are from Ohio, where you have beautiful...
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard this.
Have you heard of that place?
No.
Oh, you heard that from me.
I don't like roller coaster.
Oh, then don't come because
No.
they're big.
No,
They're
no.
big.
How old you are?
I'll be 28 tomorrow.
28. I was thinking that you have 20, 21.
I like that.
You look more younger.
I get it from my mama, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
you have brothers and sisters?
3 brothers, 1 sister. There's 5 of us.
5 of you. Oh, wonderful.
Was raised Catholic, grade school, high school. I kind of ran away a little bit, you know, moved to Florida to go party and stuff. To come here and, you know that this is happening, I mean, this is absolutely amazing.
And I think same. When everything started here in Medjugorje, I was thinking that it's not possible.
Right.
That Blessed Mary come on earth. But for God, everything is possible.
Mary's talking about pray, pray, pray. Well, there's people who don't even know what prayer is or why they would even do it. It's basically, they don't even think about God. How can I help younger people come to see
With your
God?
example, you live everything what you feel here in Medjugorje, live in United States, and leave them to ask you how you change like this, why you talking like this, why you praying. And when you praying, you will understand when is the moment that you can say something. Because through your prayer, Jesus will talk. If you don't praying and you want to preach to another people, your words will do contrary. Only pray and leave Jesus to guide you. He will show you the way how help to other people. I believe in you. I'm sure that you can.
Because I'm still struggling. I mean, I have stopped doing a lot of the bad things, the wrong things, you know, because I know now, like, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing.
This is important, that you now know.
Right. You know, there's still a few things that I need to work on, but that's as far as my actions. Now, what I feel and think, I need to totally change that all, and that's a lifetime.
You have time, because it's important that you starting pray. And with your prayer, you will do all your things where they must be. Don't worry. You don't need to live in confusion how to do this, how to do this. Only put yourself in God's hand and pray. He will show you everything. Don't worry. It's important that you always have your smile. Because when I was I said yesterday to one young man from Argentina, and he said, before I was so sad because I didn't know love of God. Now I am so happy because I know love of God. I was thinking that he dying. Smile, show that you know how it's beautiful to have love of God, but with a smile, with joy.
Right. I stole something from you last year.
What? I said that I will kill you.
You were kneeling on a red kneeler, and like you got up and they took you, and then everybody went crazy, and I like time went slowed down. I looked down and there was Neela, and I went.
It doesn't be mine.
I know.
It's not mine because when I coming to Blue Cross, they always somebody giving.
Right.
And I don't know from whom it's
So I feel bad, but I don't because I want
Don't
it.
worry. Don't worry.
So these are Pope John Paul's shoes because he was never invited here by the diocesan bishop. He never came. So he sent his shoes to Mariana because he can never come, which is pretty cool. And he's Polish and I'm Polish, so that's awesome. But those are some nice shoes, aren't they? You're not gonna find those at Payless. That was so much fun. Was kind of sitting around hanging out with Mariana, and there was more laughter and jokes than anything. I love that. That's cool that she's like that. She said she remembered me. That's pretty cool. I was really nervous at first. She's beautiful. She jokes around. She's very open to everybody. What an awesome woman. Way cooler than any actor or actress from Hollywood.
Look at Ben, you'll see that's the end result. He's in heaven already. Doesn't matter what happens, he's like this with God. Because before he was the opposite. He stepped off the dock and got onto the boat. He admitted, I'm a rusty nail, burn the rust off, do what you gotta do. For me, he's a role model. So I don't tell him this because his head might go
We are children of God. God has created us. He's our loving Father in heaven, whether we recognize that or not.
You've got to ask, Lord, what's my purpose in life? What do you want for me? He's got a plan for you. He had it from the foundation of the world. The only way you discover that plan is through prayer.
What is the purpose of Medjugorje and God's plan for humanity? Can you
Peace.
comment on that, please?
Peace. She said, I'm Queen of Peace. And I think that is to give peace for all children.
Ko ne dođe do tog mira u sebi, on ne može prenijeti mir na drugog.
So how will all this end?
I cannot talk about this.
I think that goodness of the people will triumph, and that's exactly what it means, the heart of Our Lady.
Jer vi morate prvo uspostaviti mir sa sobom, a uspostaviti mir sa sobom znači uspostaviti mir sa Bogom.
Ja mislim da se ne treba plašiti života, nego da se naprotiv treba jako radovati životu i radovati tome da mi živimo baš u ovo vrijeme.
You could become the greatest saint of all time. You have that potential.
When you say to somebody, you are unbeliever, you judge this person. She don't doing this. She always saying those who don't feel love of God yet. And I think that we are all these people. Because who can say I'm good believer? Who can say I'm doing everything what God wants? I think that nobody can say this.
Everything starts within the heart of a person. And then it spreads through the family, community, parish, country, and then the world as well.
Gospa ima pravo. Ipak će njezino majčinsko srce triumfirati, pobjediti na svakim zlom. I mi smo svjedoci toga i sretni smo zbog toga.
Ben is an example of how the Immaculate Heart of Mary can triumph in a soul that's been humiliated and humbled. He feels like a spiritual orphan, and Mary goes, now you've had enough, and you came to my door, and you will not be disappointed. I'll give you more love than you can handle, and so he does a backflip. That's what Ben is for me. He's a little kid gone wild in Our Lady's daycare. And before she can change our hearts, she has to change our diapers. And that's what she did with Ben. Stop griping and teething, man. Here's a soother. And he grew up faster in the last year than most people I know will their whole lives. He's the miracle. He's the sign. He's the triumph.
Do not lose your time. I will help you, because Heavenly Father sends me, so that together we can show the way of mercy and salvation to all those who do not know Him.
People are communicating in a different way.
She's just beyond compare. She's the girl who stole my heart, and I do declare.
Second verse, same as the first.
Well, I've moved and kept on moving. I proved the points that I needed proven. Lost the friends that I needed losing. Found others on the way. I've kissed the girls and left them sighing. Stolen dreams, there's no denying. Traveled hard with conscience fine. Somewhere in the wind.
That's what did it. It's fun, like, you know. Lovely song.
Cars and tanks and guns came away and took our sons. Every man
So what do you think of this place? It's beautiful. We got the waterfalls over here. I want to do a backflip off this roof. Yeah, the water looks a little cold. Rockier? Can I jump off the roof? No jumping off the roof. No. It's great.
I don't know what to say. I'm gonna make this happen. I haven't talked to my parents or nothing. I mean, I have to do this right now, like immediately. I feel like shit, and I feel like a horrible human being. I have nothing planned with my life. I have nothing going on when I go home. I couldn't open a door, so I jumped out a window. It just scares me that I can go to drink and then and have 2 bad nights in a row.
Yeah.
But see, I wouldn't. If you weren't here, I wouldn't know. Like right now, I am not thinking I'm gonna be there for 1 month. Like it's gonna be, and this might be the real deal. Scared to death of people saying, "Dude, do you even know what you're doing last night?" I'm scared to death of it. There's 2 messages. I think Ben, is the best decision I have ever heard you make. We were very happy, and please stay in touch. We love you dearly. Like I've always known, have issues, and I think a lot of people have issues. But it's very hard to talk about them. We come to Belgium for a few days, and I have 2 bad nights. And
basically fell and going back to my old me. I think I'm running. I'm scared because I'm not doing anything in my life, and there's going to be a price to pay to get better. And if that's taking my freedom as far as staying in Janakalo, then that has to be paid because I have to overcome this, or it's going to end up very ugly for me. I have this opportunity to completely heal myself spiritually, to work with some people that are going to work, that are just like me, that are going to be the right influence. And I'm really scared, but I needed to come to Belgium here to realize that. So now I'm heading back to Medjugorje, and I'm happy and I'm scared.
Sirius XM 129 as we talk about Medjugorje.
It's either the most important miracle since Jesus walked the earth, or it's the biggest hoax in the history of mankind. Anyone can enter, whether a believer or non-believer.
There aren't that many days left for me. All I can send out there is, I don't understand. I don't understand.
When she had her hands on me, I could feel the ball of my feet tingling.
People spend all their time looking for a sign. You would think this would be very easy to dissect because it's been going on for so long.
How likely is it that they could maintain a fabrication over 34 years?
They seem to see something supernatural, face of Jesus or Our Lady or Jesus in a jar of pickles.
I felt a bit slightly cultish.
Why are there 50 people over here around the Mary statue and nobody's by our Lord?
My struggles and my failures and my sins and everything was just, put right in front of me as I looked up here.
The only time I've ever prayed when I've been in trouble.
I'm thinking about my past, the pain and anguish that I've caused.
How do you trust? And he said you just let it in and swallow it.
I definitely felt something.
He's joining the cult.
If you choose evil, you choose the consequences of it.
I feel heaven. I think that this is heaven. I feel that I'm with Mother who loves me. We are all can feel like this because she is my mother like your mother.
Honey, I'm home. This is the haircut I got here. I asked for this. I'm recording you, recording me. And then there's a guy over there at the statue doing a karate chop. This is a turtle. A turtle with a shell. What do you want to talk about? So with this sign that's supposed to originate here, there's 3 conditions. One is it'll be indestructible. Second is man cannot replicate it or duplicate it and make it their own. And 3,
never feed it after midnight.
A little more. And down. Bring your head down. Okay, back. Slightly too far. Up. A little more. Down. Oh, right there. All right, a little further. Okay, actually, I can move. I don't need you to move. Stand right there. Go. Go.
The triumph! The triumph! The triumph! The triumph! The triumph! The triumph! The triumph!
Ben, show 'em how to dance.
The triumph! The triumph!
One, three, four, five. No, 1, 2, 3, try. Darmi secondo go. Allora, 1, 2, try. Try.
The triumph!
Dai.
1, 2, 3, triumph!
1, 2, 3,
Triumph!
Bravo. 1, 2, 3, shine.
Presently we're on Apparition Hill.
Not presently.
Are we in the future? Some people have skills, I got scooter skills to survive.
Talisman, yeah, talisman.
Okay, no.
Not placed in yeah.
Whatever.
None shall pass. None shall pass.
Triumf.
Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, because God only knows what is the plan for you today. Fall on your knees and pray, 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 pray. God at all of thee, bid you glory. No other place I'd rather be.